And if there's any young people in the room, young ladies especially, I want to blow the whistle on something because this is how I got deceived. He told me, hey, you're a beautiful girl. A man like me can take care of a girl like you. I can pay your bills. I can pay for you a car. I can pay for you an apartment. And a young girl like me at 22 years old thought, man, this is the life. And I began to sell myself to this man. And I began to hate myself every time I would leave thinking, man, is this what I'm worth? Is this who I am now? I began to lie to everybody to cover up more lies and cover up more lies. And one day that man asked me to clean his office. I went to his office, I cleaned it, I opened up a drawer, he had a checkbook in there. When I told him bye that day, I knew I wouldn't see him again for a long time because I had a plan. And I went crazy with that checkbook. Started writing checks to everybody, stealing credit cards, stealing checks everywhere I went, acting crazy. Longview Police Department started a little bit of surveillance on yours truly. Ended up going to LifeBridge, which is my church now, but this is how crazy I was. Back then, their church was at the Ramada Inn. How many of you, anybody ever go to LifeBridge at the Ramada Inn? Many, many years ago. And I went up there and said, hey, LifeBridge is paying for me to stay here for a week in a hotel. The bill's on them. And they believed me. And I spent 8 days in that hotel room. And eventually, I got a knock on the door. I looked through the peephole. It was Longview Police Department. They were there to throw me on the ground and take me to jail. They took me to jail. And as a young woman, I thought, well, maybe I can try this Jesus stuff again. Maybe if I try this Jesus stuff, God will let me out of jail. Or maybe he'll give me probation or something. So I started halfway reading my Bible, going to church service every now and then. But I was still writing people I knew I needed to cut ties with. I was still friends with people that I knew were no good for me. I was still cussing. I was still talking and being prideful and selfish up in there too. My heart wasn't really changed. I just thought if I rub this God genie bottle, he'll set me free and it'll all be magical and wonderful. So I went to court and they sent me to prison. And I was so mad that they sent me to prison that I went back to my tank, picked up my Bible that I had open on my bed, and I threw it as hard as I could against the wall. And I said, God, I'm done with you. You won't give me my way? I'm done. And I didn't pick up a Bible again for a very long time. My book is called 21 Mugshots. Take a guess why.